G'day, I wanted to demonstrate how I practice chess. It's based on the idea that by deliberately practicing something that's extremely difficult and just by consistently doing it over time, the idea is that you will improve very quickly. Now when I play, I'm playing against Houdini 1.5a, which is the second strongest chess engine in the world, and so I will lose every single game. I'm not going to win any games against this computer, and so I'm not expecting to win. What I'm expecting to do is just make very, very gradual improvements as time goes by, as I get sick of losing, basically. And the idea is that eventually you can win. So here we go. And I always play as black as well because it's harder. I'm just playing as quickly as I possibly can, with the idea to be more instinctive in my playing rather than spending time analysing. And so you're going to see a lot of blunders that I make, and the computer's going to punish me very severely. Don't know what to do. It's one of those positions. You can see I'm running out of time too. Whoops. Whoops. Well, there isn't much I can do. I'm going to get mated pretty quickly soon, but it's just a matter of persevering, no matter how bad it gets. Oops, I'm just making blunders everywhere now. Mate. So I don't analyze it, I just keep chipping away. Oops. I see some pretty bad chess playing here. me soon. My openings aren't very good. It's not as if I've studied intensely, I'm just jumping in. I might get one game where I like get a very small advantage. But that'll be about as good as it gets, unfortunately. I'm quite tired too, it's 11 PM, so gonna make a lot of errors. It's not as if I'm trying to, it's just how it is. Part of the whole thing is dealing with that as well. Not giving up in the face of what can feel totally hopeless, like that. Okay. It's gonna get me 38 moves. I basically judge it by the number of moves I get to. 38. I generally average in the 30s. I get over 40, bit of a bonus. So it's a matter of watching those small improvements, measuring your progress in that way rather than getting immediately depressed and wanting to quit chess just because you can't win anything, or getting totally crushed every single game. Oh, I don't want to lose that either. Oh no, it's going to get It's going to get a piece here. Nope. Not much I can do about it. I also like to just mentally pray the rosary as I'm going. It's going to be mate. If I take that. Irritating. So I'm just not even thinking. I wanted to do this because, not because I'm a very good chess player, but because a lot of people recommend deliberate practice. They say it's really effective, but don't really see many people demonstrating it. Not this is actually a very good demonstration of it anyway, because it's supposed to be more targeted practice, but I've had some good results in doing this in some ways. Like I went to a chess club once and just totally crushed this guy who'd been playing club chess, and also a young kid who was 2100. Absolutely crushed him. He didn't see a mate coming. He was surrounding my king. He thought he had me. But then I saw a few moves ahead. That was actually after practicing some blindfold chess too. But that's really difficult. It's going to be mate. I'll just take that down. There's obviously no hope of winning this game. It's just a matter of trying to do something. Oops, let me check. Haha, I got a check in. So those little bonuses help a lot. Just encouraging things. That's dumb. Stupid. Just run like the wind. 40. Okay, so slowly, gradually, little improvements, just trying slightly different things, and just basically just enjoying it, not taking it too seriously. Thought fell for that again. blunder. Not really much to say about it when I'm just making so many mistakes. I think a lot of chess is just mental resilience, just having that willingness to keep going, to fight back when you don't really feel like it. Sometimes you feel like there's no other option. Just want to give up, but there's actually something that can be done, even though it's not ideal. It's better than nothing. It's again in a very bad position. A lot of my moves are totally forced. Just simply don't have any other options. Yeah, the rosary is really good to pray when you're doing basically anything, really. Especially something like this, because it is can be so depressing if you don't, have a good attitude about it. Where's that bishop? Because the rosary can solve any problems you have. So it's very powerful. This horrible position. Sure, the chess experts are going, what is that opening? I don't even know myself. It's just trying to find something that sort of enables me to stay alive a little bit longer, basically. trying anything fancy. Probably violating a lot of chess rules or laws or whatever, stratagems. Where's that pawn? No idea what to do. Just wanted to break open that whole thing, and there's that. Dumb. Just trying to clear away. There's a lot of potential problems. Not doing very well at it. A lot of people say that they get nothing out of playing computers. I think it's more the fact that they just don't perceive any improvement, which is in some ways understandable, because improvements are quite slow. I got to 40 there. But that being said, just because you can't notice the improvement doesn't mean it's not happening. And just because the improvement's not as quick as you'd like it to be, again, doesn't mean that it's not happening or that you're wasting your time or anything like that. But I mean, basically you've got to enjoy it. And a lot of books on chess will say that to improve you need to play players that are stronger than yourself. A lot of people say that you shouldn't play people way beyond your playing strength like this, but I don't think it's really gonna totally destroy you or anything. Certainly very challenging. So, blunder. Made him retreat. So only a little bit of a plus, but in this kind of a situation, every little plus can help. Just making so many errors, not because I want to, not because I'm trying to, it's just very tired and I'm not very good at this either. It's going to give me a few squares I can go to. It's also a good way of trying to stay humble, because when you're constantly losing games, it doesn't sort of feed any tendency to think more highly than of yourself than is necessary, or that is in accord with reality. It's not as if I'm suicidal because I'm losing. Once you get that, it can be quite shocking to realise how bad at chess one can be. No, I'll just there's absolutely nothing I can do to prevent losing this game. Just very 33. Better than some games I only last 13 moves, or less than 20. There'll probably be a few of those in this. I usually try and go for an hour. try and set up a little trap. The rook here. Nice. It's quick. I want to get my rooks down there somehow. So maybe double up. That's what I find. Eventually, you start to figure out ways to try and sort of get something happening, even if it doesn't really actually work. Just wanted to check him. Didn't think it would work. Two queens. More. See, slowly sort of almost queening a pawn. Queened it, but then lose it straight away. Still, it's just a very slight improvement from not queening. I don't know if that makes much sense. 42 moves. Very slight improvements. But eventually they do add up. I think that's the idea of what they call deliberate practice. A lot of it's a big concept in, you know, high-level business, corporations and stuff. They all talk about it because they realize that those who are exceptional in whatever they do do use deliberate practice, or have used it in order to get to where they are. So it's just a matter of doing it. And not getting too upset when improvements don't happen as quickly as one would like. I mean, I'm out of time, but I don't care, just keep going. That's probably not a good place yet. Just gonna go. Just gonna move that. He seems to have I didn't it on purpose. It was just a really bad mistake. There's not really much I can do there. So the idea from other training and things that I've done is just to make it so that you can do it well without even really thinking about it. I think that's the idea. That's why I'm not putting a lot of effort into actually trying to understand what even I'm doing. Although it's not as if I'm just doing anything, but I'm not sort of sitting here endlessly analysing combinations, variations, this, that and the other. It's just a matter of trying to be more instinctive about it. A lot of the time it's just trying to avoid losing, not even trying to win, it's just trying to avoid as much loss as possible. I'd be interested to know, like, if like grandmasters who are good at chess, if they could make gigantic improvements in their playing, if they sort of practice like this, maybe they'd think it's a waste of time, but it does require a lot of persistence and just not giving up no matter how dumb you feel or how dumb you really are. Gonna lose that horse. No matter how many times you lose. I think if grandmasters practiced like this, they'd probably improve a lot, because they'd probably win some games against, quite a few games against the computer. But it would sort of challenge them, I think, because they wouldn't be winning all their games, and if they're losing a lot, then it would really force them to find ways to improve that they otherwise may not be motivated to look for. And it's almost game over. So tired, but I'm also not even trying that hard. So Did that because I'm trying to prevent mate. Don't know if it's going to work. No. 17 moves. And another thing about doing this is there are a lot of peaks and troughs in improving and in not improving. Sometimes you just do really badly, and it's just part of the whole process of I don't know if that's the way learning happens. You know, you've got to have your peaks and your troughs in order to find the higher peaks and troughs. Just when you think you're doing well, you do really, really badly without any apparent explanation. But then you start doing even better, and so it's just a gradual process. It's going to fall. What can I do now? Nothing much. Oh no. Someone might argue, oh, well, I'm just not even improving. Like they might say, I haven't gotten any benefit from doing this. But I have sometimes I improved. Like that. I wanted to get a check in the knight's there. It's just another threat. If you can make him sort of do stuff, sort of gives you a bit more confidence. That's the thing, just building. Building gradually confidence. There's nothing I can do now. I'll just take that because he gets a queen now. Maybe if I had better knowledge, opening knowledge, I might go better, or more experience. I'm sure this sort of type of practice might be more beneficial for someone who actually is an expert, but like I said, I don't think it's a total waste of time. It's not as if I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy losing, but I do enjoy playing and the challenge of it, and getting even only small wins, very slight improvement, call a win. And also, by constantly losing, I think you learn more what not to do, because it can be just sort of feel quite crushing sometimes. And in that way you can find better options. Let's check. Thirteen moves. At least I got that 43 move game in. So that's basically the highlight. I'm very tired. That can be part of it. Like athletes will train, sometimes higher altitudes where it's harder. They have to physically work harder just to achieve the same level of success, whatever their sport is. So this is sort of, maybe this is like chess altitude training. Maybe not. Just got 1, 2, 3 on that. Got 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. 4 on it. I'm not going to give up that square too easily. It's been done. Harass his queen a bit. What can I do now? Definitely going to lose that knight, and then it's not going to be good. I'll still win a pawn. Okay, so he wants to check my king and attack my queen, so I'll move that. Don't have a good feeling about that. That's another thing they say. They say that like grandmasters, because they have so much expertise, they get more of a intuitive feel for it, the position, and they just sort of more instinctively know what to do. And that's, from what I gather, the idea of deliberate practice, to build up that vast source of more instinctive knowledge or experience, and in that way to, because I mean, whichever way you look at it, if you want to improve, you've got to build up that type of experience eventually. It's not usually pleasant, but I think that's part of it as well. If you the less sort of pleasurable the experience is, the more likely you are to remember it, try and avoid it, and learn from it. Unless, you know, you're brain damaged or something. I'm trying something different now. Just want to check if I got anything here. Don't think so. Queen. Can probably win my rook from there. Let's check as well. Dang. Checkmate soon. Moves. I think I'm just getting too tired. And what you find is, if you do practice like this, you will try things, you'll try new ideas, and you'll experiment a bit, because it's basically the only way of it's a way of coping with it, and of trying to find out how to actually, you know, win. Or more, should I say, how to avoid losing. Play one more game. A lot of grandmasters, or at least one or two grandmasters, have said that to get really good at chess, you do have to lose a lot of games. And I think that's the principle behind deliberate practice. You, by constantly losing, the idea anyway is that you eventually will win. and just become sort of wiser for the experience, I suppose. I just haven't seen anyone do a video demonstrating constantly losing. It sounds really dumb, but probably is a method to it. Method to the madness. I don't sort of think about how I can win, I think about how long I can survive. Not very long. Anyway, there you go.